Hi, my name is Emily. I am here with my friend John, and today we are going to tell you about iDocuments Purchase to Pay, also known as iDocuments P2P. Developed by Vision 33, a global SAP Business One Gold partner and provider of integration and automation solutions, iDocuments empowers companies to take control of spending. How, you ask? With automation, of course. iDocuments automates the entire P2P process, from raising purchase orders to processing invoices against them. For most companies, the purchase of goods and services is one of their largest expenses. Automation of the process saves purchasing teams time, prevents errors, keeps spending in check, and increases visibility into purchasing activities across the company. iDocuments is a powerhouse solution that purchasing teams can't live without. Features like automated invoice import, three-way matching, and approval routing are game changers for companies who have been managing purchasing processes manually. My friend John is here to tell you all about it. Hi, John.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for having me. iDocuments P2P is an end-to-end solution for creating, capturing, and automatically processing purchase recs, purchase orders, goods receipts, and AP invoices. Today, I'll do a short demo of our solution. I will show you how to raise a purchase order, receive that purchase order, and process an invoice against it. iDocuments integrates with most finance and ERP systems, but the system of record in today's demo is SAP Business One. Let's start today's demo by creating a purchase order. You can start a new order from scratch or copy an existing order. Let's copy this one for speed. My purchase order is for CTI computers. We need to order a few printers. Groups are used on purchase orders to determine the approval workflows, but also to restrict the items, suppliers, and dimensions available to the user. Less choice increases accuracy, helping ensure users select the right items or GL codes. The new purchase order has 3 lines. Requesters can see the first approver in the queue, which is helpful when you need something approved quickly. Approve and Submit buttons are located in the top right corner of the screen. With iDocuments, requesters can add comments and business justification. If your company requires supporting documentation such as CapEx approval, quotes, etc., you can require users to provide attachments. With iDocuments, you can set self-approval limits for each user. Mine is £1,000. Any purchase order that is less than £1,000 will not require additional approvals. If I change the printer quantity to 20, however, you'll see that the Approve button disappears because the order exceeds my self-approval limit. Any order over my self-approval limit will be submitted into the relevant workflow for approval. When I change the quantity back to 2, the Approval button returns. Since the total is within my self-approval limit, I will go ahead and approve the order. Because iDocuments syncs seamlessly with your system of record, the newly approved PO posts automatically to SAP Business One, and a purchase order number is assigned, 1320. The user now receives a notification from the system that their purchase order has been approved. With the PO now approved and ready to go, I can issue it directly to my supplier or print it. Great! The next step is to create a goods receipt note, which we can do from the newly generated PO. We simply click Copy to GRN. GRNs are easily modified. I can remove this line, for example. When I am done, I'll issue the GRN. Let's go back to the purchase order. You'll see this is still shown as outstanding because I've only received part of the order. I'll create another GRN. We now have 2 GRNs related to purchase order 1320. I'll post these manually to SAP. Each is assigned a GRN number, which I can see in both iDocuments and B1, 1271 and 1272. From SAP Business One, we can view the document relationship map to see that the PO and its GRPOs are indeed linked. So far, we've raised a purchase order and received the goods against it. Next, I will show you how easy it is to receive and process invoices. Suppliers send their invoices to a dedicated email inbox with a PDF attachment, and the system does the rest. Our demo email has two invoices, one for Connecting London and another for CTI Computers. Let's hit send so you can see how this works. In the background, iDocuments uses an AI-powered OCR engine to read and import invoice details. It scans them for unique identifiers to match them with a PO and associated open GRNs in SAP Business One. Identifiers include company name, email address, PO number, federal tax ID, and VAT code. In our scenario, the CTI Computers invoice matches with PO number 1320 and the associated goods receipts. This is called a three-way match. The Connecting London invoice is a standalone invoice that does not match to a purchase order. Now that we understand how invoices are imported, let's visit the iDocuments dashboard. I can easily access them from the Purchase Invoice Scans quick link. You can see the purchase order number and one of the two associated GRNs for the CTI Computers invoice on the first line. Clicking this link opens the Rapid Invoice screen. An image of the invoice is displayed on the right, so I can confirm the accuracy of the imported data. I can easily edit line item details, including item, quantity, cost, and dimensions. Next, I will hit Submit so it can be processed. Because there was a three-way match, the invoice does not need to be routed for approvals. It will be approved automatically and posted to SAP Business One. Let's take a look at the second invoice that was received. If you recall, the Connecting London invoice didn't have a purchase order. We can see the line descriptions are for repair services, monthly maintenance fees, and training costs. iDocuments will use those descriptions to identify and apply GL codes to each line automatically. If the description doesn't provide enough information, iDocuments will draw from historical data. If there isn't any, the field will be left empty and the line will be highlighted, prompting the user to enter a relevant GL code. I will submit this invoice just like the last one. However, since it didn't successfully match with a PO and GRN, the invoice will be routed for approval. When we look at our purchase invoices, we can see that the CTI Computers invoice has been approved. The other invoice, Connecting London, has not. Approval workflows can involve multiple stakeholders and are easily customized to accommodate your specific business requirements. Each approver receives an email notification when there is something to review, and after clicking Approve, the invoice is routed to the next approver if there is one. Approvals can also be done using the iDocuments mobile app. All invoices have been approved and can be posted to SAP Business One. The column called ERP Status will indicate when those transactions have successfully posted. The document relationship map now shows an open AP invoice related to the PO and GRNs. I want to share a few more things before I wrap up this demo. When an invoice is received, iDocuments attaches a PDF of that invoice to the supplier's record. Email contents are captured in the remarks field. To help you locate documents, such as invoices, iDocuments has a powerful Smart Search feature. I want to search for H&S. iDocuments searches the entire library and finds it on supporting documentation for our vendor, Connecting London. Smart Search is a powerful way to find what you're looking for quickly. Smart Reporting is another important function of iDocuments. Users can create their own reports. As an example, I've created a bar chart report to show the value of purchase orders that were raised. Who is spending the money, if you will? This gives you a brief glimpse into what you can do with the system.
Thanks, John. That was a great introduction to iDocuments purchasing. For those of you watching, I hope this demo gave you a solid understanding of how iDocuments would help your company control spending, save time, and eliminate mistakes and inefficient processes. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit the Contact Us page on our website.